Hey, what's up everybody? Got a good one for you today. This is gonna be the biggest tower that I've ever been on, which is clocking in at about 600 feet. This thing is a monster. It's gonna take some time to get up. It's a big one. But yeah, I'm gonna try to speed up and talk along the way and get some good views. We're right outside of Charlotte right now, so it should be something cool to see. Let's get going. Alright guys, so we're right here at the first flange. I gotta get pictures of these, and I've actually got, if you've seen any of my other videos, you've seen me doing this, but for anyone new, these flanges on these towers are 20 feet apart. So on this video, what I'm gonna do is, because I'm gonna have to save time somehow because it's just such a tall tower, with this thing being, you know, 600 feet, that would be 30 stops of me recording it. So I'm just gonna skip all those parts. So I was just showing you the first one. So from here on out, you might see the video skip a lot when I get to each of these flanges right here. So yeah, I'm just, because I know this is gonna take a really long time to get up. By the time I get off this tower, normally I do towers in like an hour. I have a feeling this one's gonna take at least 3, at least. But yeah, some other info about this tower that's gonna make it take so long is, you'll see me going right now, clipping these lanyards off, which you've seen my videos before, means that this does not have a safety climb on it, which is a cable that runs up so I can climb up without having to worry about this, which is why this tower is going to take forever. Honestly, having to do this probably doubles the time almost of how long it's going to take me. Maybe not double, but pretty freaking close to it. This highway next to me is so loud. Hopefully you guys can hear me fine. But, you know, once I get a couple hundred feet up, it should quiet down. You know, you'd be surprised how much you can hear on top of these towers. It's like the sound just carries up there because there's nothing to stop it. So hopefully it's quieter, a little bit more peaceful at the top. Yeah, so like I was saying, I am right outside of Charlotte right now. It's over there. This is kind of a good time for me to explain, I don't know if I have before, but how I position off. So this right here, it's called a grillin. It's kind of just a little positioner. I have a seat connected to myself right here in this spreader bar, so it takes all my weight, and it allows me to just kind of sit back and take some weight off my legs and relax for a second. And let me see if I can actually show you real quick. So if you look, I'm just hanging off off the side, which can be pretty crazy for some people. At first it took a minute to get used to it, because you really gotta trust your gear. Because leaning off of hundreds of feet and the only thing you're relying on is this rope at first feels a little scary, definitely. But as with anything, you'll get used to it and trust it. Kind of like rock climbing. If you ever went rock climbing in belay or something, you gotta trust your harness and the person belaying you. And at first, when letting go of that wall to come down is a little scary, because just your body's reaction, I think, at least mine, when I first started doing it. So to all my rock climbing friends out there, you know the feeling. So right now I just took that side marker right there as height. We're at 150, 150. We are a fourth of the way, which is cool to think about, that I'm already a fourth of the way. But I feel like I haven't made a dent yet. I won't feel like I made a dent until I'm halfway, which is normally almost the top of the tower. Where to go? Let's see, I gotta get a picture of these. Tight fit. Tight fit. Okay, got through there. But yeah, guys, if you're gonna go up to the top with me on this one, I hope you do. I hope you watch this whole video, because for me, this will be a record breaker for me when it comes to being in the air. This will be the highest I've ever been on anything. I guess not a mountain, but that doesn't count. That's not the same. So 600 feet. Once I surpass that 500 mark, even at 500, you know, I might go quiet. I'm gonna be definitely feeling some sort of way about this one. This is a real first for me, and it's such a big structure up there. Yeah, like I said, it'd be really cool for you to watch this all the way to the end, or skip up to the end to see how I'm acting up at the top, if you don't want to watch, you know, 45 minutes of climbing or whatever this video turns out as. I understand that too. To all you other tower climbers, I have noticed a lot of other tower climbers commenting on my videos. I'd love to know your tallest towers. Just because, you know, for me, I haven't had to really touch above 500. Most towers that I've done are in the 300 range. Sometimes I get upper 4s, but never 6. So let me know what you've done. And anyone else who's climbed things, you don't have to be a tower climber, I'd love to hear how high you've been on a freestanding item. I do see some of these, like, on Instagram and shit. Some of these people, like, going up on top of fucking, like, cranes and roofs in like other countries and shit, which I'd be down to do that. So if anyone out there's done that, let us hear about it. That's what this is all about. Doing something unique and fun. I mean, that's why I do this job, right? keep it interesting and fun. The whole point of the YouTube channel is to spread that, show it, so let people see how I'm doing it. Maybe it inspires you or others to do something unique, something that fulfills you. For me, right now it's this. Later will be travel. So if anyone's got any big plans in motion, love to hear about that too. As these videos are getting more views, I am having a hard time keeping up with the comments, so sorry if I don't get back to you. But I'm trying, because on top of working as much as I do, I work a ton doing this, trying to keep up with the YouTube is a whole nother element. But I will try to answer as many as I can, and if I don't comment back, usually the questions I see popping up in the comments, I will answer in the video when I make one, when it pops in my head. But yeah, so a lot of questions I've been getting from people too, and this video will probably come after the one I just made about the tower industry as a whole. But as for training and working, I didn't go through anything. I got all on the job training to answer that question. So don't think to get into this industry, you're out there looking, that you need some crazy training or anything. You just need somewhat capability, just, you know, initiative and capability. You'll get trained on the job. That's what happened for me. I've gotten really lucky too with I picked this job up. I've only been doing this for 6 months now. I started in January. It was mid to late January. So that's probably why this is my first 600-foot tower too. But climbing wise, we don't really have too many tall towers like this. But with Corona going on and all that, I've been lucky to continue working and making money through it. My girlfriend, she's a waitress, and she is still not working. Her restaurant still hasn't opened up, so I'm grateful for that. Well, as of me recording this. One thing it's been a lot harder lately for me is if you're first time watching this video, if you're a subscriber, you may not know. I've got it in like my description or the about of the channel, and I've said it before. I'm actually vegan, and so is my girlfriend. We've been doing that since last November. We traveled vegetarian. She's been vegetarian for a while, but the entire time we were in South America, we stayed vegetarian. And it was actually really easy to eat vegan and vegetarian that whole time. And when we got back, a lot of switches clicked, and we decided to go vegan. But being on the road is not. I'm being vegan still. I will never change that. But it's been hard to eat as healthy as I do at home, and I'm noticing habits that are forming because of being on the road so much and working so much and not having the energy to cook all the time or find good food. That I've been eating a lot of Thai food and a lot of Chipotle because it hits the bases. But that's all I've been eating, I swear. So I'm trying to work out that issue to get my diet on track. It's not that I'm not healthy or anything, but the variety of food has really declined. And then the other issue that I've been running into, which I've always loved coffee. Coffee is the issue though. I love coffee. But I've been drinking so much of it lately on the road. Like, I get Starbucks or like Dunkin' or something because, I mean, hotel coffee sucks. I've been getting it basically every day. I'd say practically every day. And I don't even know how much I'm spending. I need to calculate that. Because if I had a coffee budget, I would be very above it, very far above it. And I can tell my body right now is addicted to caffeine. My tolerance is high. I have to have it in the morning, otherwise I feel like I just can't operate. But I am looking to change that because I don't want my body to feel like it needs to have caffeine, because A, caffeine's dehydrating. It's a shitty stimulant, really. And when I'm on towers, like, especially with how hot it's been, I am sweating so much that I don't need the extra dehydration that caffeine does to you. So I recently got this stuff called mud water, which I'm really excited about, and I've had it for about a week now and I've been using it. I'm still drinking coffee with it. I don't have it on me right now, but in a video maybe I'll show what it is. But it's a mushroom blend, and it's got like reishi, lion's mane, cordyceps, a whole bunch of cacao, turmeric, a bunch of different stuff in it, and like 14 milligrams of caffeine. And I've been really into mushroom blends lately, and I want to get into it more for the health benefits that have been kind of proven with it. So I picked up this mud water, and it blends really easy into my cup in the morning. So now I've been doing just hot water in a hydro flask and mixing that in, because I'm trying to wean myself off coffee. I'm not just going cold turkey on it yet. I've still been putting like an instant packet of like Folgers. I need to find a more quality one, but I've been doing like a Folgers instant packet with it, and it's been doing the job. It's very earthy tasting, that's for sure. And I drink Americanos and black coffee and stuff like that, so that didn't bother me. But if you've seen advertisements for it on Instagram or anything like that, I like it. But I'll talk more on it at a different time, or show it off, because it's really easy to use and it's healthy, and it's an alternative to using coffee for fucking everything, because Americans are addicted to coffee and milk. You probably don't know it. A little vegan thing. I'm not going to go on a tangent, but if you have any awareness of the things you put in your body, which you should, but I'm not going to preach. If you look at the ingredient list of some of the most random shit you eat, you'll notice that milk derivatives or milk fats, milk powders, all that shit is in everything. And one of the big reasons I went vegan finally all the way is I always knew I was lactose intolerant. I just ignored it and let myself live with cramping and shitting. Because I used to eat like a bowl of cereal every morning, all that jazz, sugar, dairy. And my body's always felt off or cramped or at some point in the day. And now it does not, so that's cool. But yeah, if you're not trying to eat dairy, not even just not be vegan or anything, you'll realize that we as American people are unconsciously addicted to milk, because it's in everything, it seems like. But yeah, that mud water stuff, if you're interested in looking it up, it's like MUDWTR, I think it's .com. It's not super expensive. If people say if they're more interested in it, I'll do some of it in a video sometime. But yeah, so those are kind of some of my goals right now. Wean myself off of coffee so much, because being on the road is killing me with it. And get my diet back in check and stop eating Chipotle every damn day. Not that Chipotle is bad for me, because I really just get beans, rice, and veggies and salsa. But I need to be eating more diverse than that, because when I'm at home I eat all kinds of veggies and shit. Now I don't. If there's any other anyone watching this that also works on the road for any reason, that you tend to travel a lot and you gotta work out how you're gonna eat on the road and stuff like that, I'd love to hear your solutions. My current setup when I have the energy, lately we've just been working such long days, but my current setup when I can is I have a little like portable plug-in burner thing, and I've got a small pot and a small like 9-inch saute pan that I bring with me in my bag. And when I can, I try to cook on that. I'll buy like a veggie mix and cook on it, but my problem with it lately is having all the stuff to make the food actually taste good, like carrying the seasonings, oil, all that stuff. And I've got like the knife to prepare everything, but I'm thinking I need to get like a travel seasoning setup if I realistically want to make that work, where I actually feel like I enjoy the food and I'm not eating bland veggies, even though those are good, but not 10 days in a row. So I'd love to hear anyone's ideas or setups that they've got going for that. I don't know how high we are yet, but we're up here right now. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't know if I mentioned it, but you saw me take the pictures of the lights down there. Those were the, it's called the mid strobes, and those were obviously halfway up. So we are a little over 300. God, it's funny saying that we're halfway right now because I'm way up here already. Oh man. I would love to hear if anyone's, you know, I always see people coming that they're about to get into this field, or they're in the training, or they want to do this job. Anyone who's got another cool job, I'd love to hear about it. If you want to comment and talk about what you're doing that's interesting. Some of y'all got to have cool jobs, even if it's like in an office or something. There's some cool shit you can be doing. I would love to know. Feel free to start the conversation on it. I read the comments. Yeah, but on to what I was saying earlier down towards the bottom about, you know, just living for some adventure and stuff like that. My goal in life right now, to me, is to continue like finding outlets to challenge myself or push myself into, you know, new positions, and to always be like using my body, or like having a creative outlet with whatever I'm doing. So right now this is very body for me, very in tune and like on my feet during the day and stuff like that. So that's what I love, and that's what I hope to share through this channel with me and my girlfriend traveling, is, you know, how to keep living with some passion and finding those passions. And that doesn't necessarily have to be me saying you need to be doing what I'm doing or do what's as intense as that I'm doing, but like definitely following those gut feelings, because where I'm at today is unbelievable from where I was 2 years ago-ish. Not 2 years ago, I was working in an office. I just gotten out of college. I moved down to Atlanta, and I thought I was gonna do the big city thing and make the money and work in an office. I quickly realized how hard it is to find an extra job that you really like, fresh out of college, unless you're really lucky. But I started working in health insurance, did that for 2 years, and was absolutely miserable. And I pushed off all these deep-rooted feelings that I had, that these urges that I could feel deep down that I needed to pursue, but I didn't. So I was trying to do the responsible thing at like 24, and I just kept doing it. I kept letting myself fall deeper into being someone or doing something that I actually didn't want to be doing. So my hope is, and even when I'm talking to people in real life, and not just this channel, when I talk to people, like, my number one thing is you have got to follow you first and foremost, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's in a job, or you're trying to do something or keep people happy, number one is making sure that you're content with what you're doing. And I'm not using content in a bad way here. Like, if you've got, like, okay, as an example, for me, I wanted to travel so bad. I knew I wanted to travel so bad. I just didn't know the outlet. I didn't have the money. All these things were in my way. I had debt. I still have debt that I'm paying off right now, that I actually dug deeper, getting one of my urges out of the way, which was travel. And I gave up. I changed everything to make something happen travel-wise with my girlfriend. And it was the scariest thing, scarier than being on this fucking tower right now, because it is starting to get pretty scary up here. I'm pretty fucking high. But scarier than climbing a 600-foot tower was leaving everything I've known and working for into the uncertainty of trying to follow what I felt was my passion or calling at the time, to travel. And 2 years later, after giving up the job, switching from a career to serving tables, to going to another country, with coming back broke and out of money and in debt, I'm so happy, and I couldn't be happier with the choices I've made. And I just hope anything that this channel can do for people is to give people that feeling that you can do it, man. You really can. I actually started listening to podcasts about travel when I started. One of them is called Zero to Travel. If you're interested in traveling or switching your life so you can travel, people out there, check out zerototravel.com. It's a good one. Or the podcast. Me and my girlfriend have actually been on that one about the drastic changes I made to pull off travel. But yeah, man, you gotta follow you. Don't be scared. You're younger, coming out of college. I've got some buddies that are really close to me that I'm kind of having these talks with. Not that I'm some guide to do anything, but the best choice I ever made was chasing the dream at the time that I needed to be doing. So, if you're stuck in a rut, there's something you want to be doing, I hope I can give you some sort of inspiration that it's okay to follow that. It will work out, man. It really will. As scary as it sounds, there's problems you can run into. It will work out. You're stronger than you think. You will figure it out. I lived out of my fucking car for a few months, but that's okay. It's okay. It's okay, and it always was okay to do it. And here I am, doing better than I ever could be before. But yeah, follow your heart, man. Or girl, follow your heart too, girls. If you're here listening. Oh God. Hydro Flask, guys. These are money makers. This thing keeps the water cold the entire day. If you don't have one, I'm sure you've already known about them. And I beat the fuck out of this thing. Just got it carabinered right onto my chest. The thing about following, I'm gonna call it, it's cliche, but following your heart, but not even just your heart, would be the thoughts I had on it was like, finding your inner voice, finding that and like recognizing that it's there. The consciousness you're thinking about, those thoughts you're having, those are you calling out. And when you ignore them, it doesn't work out well, man. Like, it doesn't take a lot to figure out that when you don't follow those feelings and those thoughts you're having, you let them sit underneath, they never get resolved. They just get worse and worse until people implode and have a breakdown. And maybe they're okay at the time, but then another one later and another one later. But yeah, so following that voice, you're not dumb. That's the thing. Everyone thinks these ideas, a lot of people I talk to have all these big ideas and plans and goals that they want to attain, and they think they can't attain it. It's mindset, man. I'm realizing that I'm 27 now. I'm about to turn 28. But at 24, I didn't realize this shit. I was too dumb still. I was still had that child mindset. I'm no means some figured out adult either. But my mindset of today is very different in the way I look at my life. My decisions are much more matured, I like to think. And very contrary to what, like, you know, people would think you're supposed to be doing and stuff like that. Because originally, like, my family, like my dad and stuff, at the time I didn't think, my mom, I didn't think that making the decision to quit my job and live it on my car, uproot my life, move somewhere new, travel, was gonna sit very well with what I had built up as an idea in my head, that my family counts on me to be successful and to follow these paths. But if I wasn't happy doing it, then why be doing it? And I didn't click that all my family wants to see me do. Just be happy and feel like I'm doing what I need to be doing, scary as that is. And at first, there was such a big transition that it was hard to tell them. But after telling them, I like to think that I've only inspired people around me, especially after surviving it and continuing to do it like I am, and see that not only am I happier, the people around me are happier and have found happier connections in their lives through living with more intent on being happy and doing the things you think you need to be doing. Didn't mean to go all inspirational talk, but that's kind of how I just talk to people, like friends, when I'm at a party or something. And we just get talking about life. Because all we're all trying to do is figure it out, right? Trying to be happy. Have the people around us that we love and care about be happy. And, you know, so, yeah. Good talk. I'd love to hear anyone's thoughts on it. Anything you think about, it's cool. But to continue on what I was saying about chasing my inner feelings that I finally dug up and dealt with and pursued. A quick timeline from where I was working in an office, to living out of my car, to traveling, to going into even more debt and getting scarier and scarier as time went on, and then landing this job, which I always wanted to do something like this. I've always wanted this, and I got the opportunity from keeping it present and asking about it to people, and here I am, making more money than I've ever made, finally able to catch up on all the debts I've had. And this is my instance. Doesn't say it's that easy for anyone else or it's gonna work out that way, but it will work out. That I have the full belief that it will work out. Anyone I've ever met pursuing their passions, fully doing it and fully allowing themselves to go for it and not say no to themselves. I haven't met anyone failing yet or feels like they're failing. They're happily trying, getting there. Yeah, I mean, the real goal for us is to become financially independent from a job, like not have to tie all our hours into our work. So like multiple streams of income, whether it's, you know, income from online, income from YouTube, one day maybe, I don't know. It's all hopes and dreams, and you know, ideas I have or callings, and I see other people do it, and I talk to other people who are making those situations happen for them. So here I am at the start of that journey. Maybe I'll get there, maybe I won't, but I hope if you come along the way and are part of this channel or the process, then maybe you'll be inspired or learn a thing or two, or everything I'm saying is a bunch of bullshit and I'll fail. I'll still make videos about it because I'm not going to stop, and I hope you don't let stuff stop you either. Okay, off of that tangent now. We're up here, guys. That's probably, I'd say it's probably another 60, 70 feet, so we're definitely above 500 at this point. Something else. We're above that tower now. I don't know how tall that is, but I'm very excited to get to the top. I hope you guys are too. This is a big one for me. I think I'll be as excited to be when I hit like 1,000 subscribers. At first I didn't think I stood a chance. I was like, man, when we did the vlogging in South America and traveling, I mean, in that whole year we only got like 80 subscribers, but we were learning and we were uploading very slowly. But since I've been doing these tower climb videos, it's already a couple hundred have added on, and I hope I can continue doing that and providing, you know, inspiring and adventurous content for you. That's all I want to do, is spread the craziness that's out there in the world that makes life worth living. And hopefully you don't hate my voice. So I can get pretty annoyed of hearing myself talk. Wow, this thing is freaking tall. Yeah, if you look up videos for tower climbing, if you're just someone who's searching through videos, you've made it to the end of, or not the end, but you've made it this far in this one. There's some big ones out there I've watched, like the people doing those 1,000+ footers. That would be insane. That really would. Those are guy towers usually, those tall ones, which would just be unreal being at the top of one of those. But this is different to me because this is a self-support, so it's like climbing up a building. It's so big. Yeah, luckily today though, it's not as hot as it's been. So the past few days we've been in South Carolina and North Carolina, kind of near the borders of both, by Charlotte, which is like southern North Carolina. And it's been so windless and hot, and every afternoon it's rained, so the humidity has just been through the roof. And today hasn't been nearly as bad. It's probably around 11:30 right now. It's our third tower today already too. But it's just, there's wind up here. Maybe it's because I'm 500 feet in the fucking, 600 almost now in the air, so there's actually a little bit of wind. And the heat's just not as bad today. I'm still chugging water up here. I don't usually bring water on the towers because I'm usually down and up so fast. But lately, these towers without a safety climb on them take so long and take a lot of extra effort to get up that you just would rather have water on you than be hundreds of feet in the air dying of thirst. And here's where we transfer. So specifically these towers, I'll have posted a couple, I believe. They're called pyrods, and the leg I climb up the whole way is kind of looks like a ladder a little bit, but then you at the top it transfers this to the single column, and this thing's usually anywhere from like 100 feet or less. This one looks a little bit shorter, but that's where it gets a little bit more wild because I gotta climb up the middle of it. Get a couple more pictures. I am finding that I do enjoy talking my way up the tower and sharing my thoughts and ideas along the way. So before, when I first started doing this, I thought I was just going to climb these towers with the camera and just show off the views, which I'm still doing and still going to be doing it. But I think I'm going to just continue to talk like this, spread information, let you get to know me, because that's more fun. Because I mean, eventually the goal is me and my girlfriend are going to travel more and show off the places and hopefully help people follow their dreams and get traveling too, or just inspired to do things they care about. So I want to practice talking with good information and clarity. And what a good time to hone in your speech skills than when you're on top of a giant tower, when you've really got to be multitasking about your thoughts. Wow, man, this part's wild, I'm not gonna lie. Oh. So I know a lot of you who are watching this video are just here looking for cool tower climbing videos. So hopefully I surprised you, get you with some fun conversation and a cool tower. Whew. This reminds me a lot of my first experience going up a tower. Just the scale of it, the intensity of it. There's something to be said about putting yourself into uncomfortable situations and getting through them. I think it really makes you grow, or you know, shows that you can push through limits. You're so much more capable than you think. Because not long ago, thinking that the idea of climbing a 600-foot tower would have sounded very cool to me, and I'd be like, yeah, hell yeah, I want to climb that. But after climbing my first little 300-foot tower, the idea of a 600-foot one, if I had to do that right afterwards, would have been haunting. Because my first 300-foot one was terrifying, just doing that. And this is still pretty terrifying. Got no shakes, so that's a good thing. Wow, we are almost there. You know, the thing is I don't know if I will yet. You'll find out soon if I will record coming down or not. But the thing with these videos, they're so long and to do coming down as well. And when I'm coming down, it's no different. It's just a different perspective of me looking down and going. But it just would double the video time almost. And all I'm doing when I go down, I've recorded it on other videos. I'm just taking measurements of the equipment on the way down and the height that it's at. So I promise you're not missing much. but we'll see if I do it. Well, here we are. These are the top strobes. Not at the top. Technically, these aren't supposed to be blocked by anything like this, but because there's two of them, it's not a problem. If there's only one of them, that would be a FAA issue. Get skinny with it. Okay. Find a spot to do a little tie off action. I'll lower these actually. So real quick, I'm gonna take a picture of, okay. You know that lean I was showing you earlier? It's real cool when you're not that high off the ground, but I swear it feels different when you're this high. Okay, we get some quick pictures of these. These are flash lights, not flashlights, but like the flash system, LED flash. They're not on right now because there's an issue with this tower's lighting that we found out about. Alright, let's give you some numbers. Oh my god, am I too high? Guys, my laser isn't shooting from here. Come on, what's the deal? Being a problem. You have to bear with me. Okay, got it. Fuck. I don't know if it's because I'm so high. I haven't been this high up with the laser shot yet, so I don't know if I'm capping out its range. Okay. Oh shit. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Bam! Bam! Holy shit! Okay, let's stand on the top. That's what we do. Almost dropped the camera. All right, because this is a record for me, let's get some cool footage. Holy shit, guys. It's what 600 feet looks like. Hopefully I look cool. I might not look as cool as 600 feet. New profile. Yeah. Alright, let's get the safety equipment back on. Wow, I'll tell you what, man. This is no joke up here. Some deep breaths of some good ass air up here. So now what I'll do up here is I've got to get pictures of the compound. I pointed that out before in videos. I'll get each side of it. And the other thing I'll do while I'm up here, if you haven't watched videos, I'll take a northeast southeast, southwest, outward and downward to show the surrounding area of the tower, basically so you can see at the current time what the surrounding environment looks like. Well, it's been a pleasure, guys. Thank you so much if you're still here at this video and you're sitting up here at the top of the fucking tower with me. I love y'all. Thank you to all the new subscribers. I can't wait to get more, and I can't wait to bring out new content and hopefully take you on a journey with me. And if you loved my talking or whatever I'm talking about, let me know, because that's what I want to keep doing. I want to share and inspire with you guys. Anyways, have a wonderful rest of your day. Follow your heart and enjoy it. Live your life. Thank you.